Since Donald Trump came into office with a Republican House, Republican Senate, Republican Supreme Court, the Democratic leadership in Washington, D.C. has rightfully been criticized for doing quite literally nothing. You know, a couple of quick press conferences like, "Oh, we don't like what's happening, boo, bad man." But they haven't done anything. The leadership, the elderly, aging, one foot in the grave leadership of the Democratic Party has done nothing. Instead, it has fallen onto people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Maxwell Frost. Those folks have had to kind of go out and pick up the slack, right? Adam Schiff in the Senate has had to do the same thing. So it should come as no surprise that Democratic leadership, now that Johnson has sent them away for the next month and a half, they're not doing anything. You know, maybe getting some medical tests to see how much longer they have before they finally can't be in office anymore because they're underground. But a lot of other Democrats, those that are more proactive and, of course, smarter, have decided to take things into their own hands, and they are now going to be launching a series of town hall events focused primarily on the Epstein cover-up from the Republicans in power today. And they're holding these town hall events not in their districts, some of them not even in their states. They're doing it in the districts of vulnerable Republican House members. Let me read you this. On July 31st, Democratic Representative Mark Pocan is scheduled to speak in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, the hometown of his GOP counterpart, Derek Van Orden. Florida Democrat Maxwell Frost has also planned a series of meetings, including a July 26th town hall in Dayton, Ohio, which of course already happened, with Senator Chris Murphy, and another event with Senator Elizabeth Warren in Nebraska at the end of August. New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is also reportedly eyeing additional travel to Republican hotbeds while Congress is on its summer recess. So, these Democrats, and honestly, like for the most part, it's always the same group of Democrats doing things. Anyway, they're the ones going out there and they're doing these Epstein-centric town halls. Now, I have always said I prefer when Democrats talk about issues. So an Epstein-centric town hall, it's like, maybe not. But here's the thing. It's not just Republicans are covering up Jeffrey Epstein. The Democrats have actually done a very good job of framing this in the broader issue of what Republicans are really doing in Congress. Because during the town halls, Democrats will reportedly attempt to marry the Epstein fallout with their previous attack lines, including broken promises by Trump and the GOP to lower costs for working families. Tax cuts and an apparent refusal to share information of those allegedly associated with Epstein demonstrate the GOP's protections for the super wealthy. So yes, the central focus is Epstein, but they're tying it into the broader thing of Epstein, obviously a billionaire. Republicans are still protecting him. Why? Because that's all Republicans do. Because they're not just protecting Epstein. Look at the one big beautiful bill. They're protecting all millionaires and billionaires, which includes most of the Republicans in the House and Senate. That is who they serve, voters. Please understand that. That's a powerful message. That is a smart message. That is a smart tie-in. Everything about this is smart, and I love every second of it. And even though I did kind of crap on Democratic leadership, I do have to add, they're not sitting on their hands, at least not at the DNC, because the town halls are only part one. There's also a part two, folks. And part two is that the DNC has put together some ads that are going to start running on conservative media outlets, encouraging that audience to call their Republican member of Congress to demand that they release all the Epstein files. Let me read you this. The Democratic National Committee is seeking to target vulnerable GOP lawmakers with a new batch of ads focusing on the disgraced financier and his relationship with President Donald Trump. The ads will run before videos on right-wing YouTube and meta channels like those of Fox News, Charlie Kirk, and Ben Shapiro, target rich audiences for the voters fixated on Epstein. Call your representative, demand they release the Epstein files, says one of the ads. Another video ad features Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of Trump's most loyal supporters, deeming Epstein a serious issue in a rare diversion from the White House's messaging. In another video, the DNC highlights pictures of Trump with Epstein himself, a long-known and well-documented friendship. Brilliant. No notes. Perfect. I love it. It's smart. It's targeted. It's going to the people that need to see this, the people that are already pissed off about it. That's how you do it. And for the first time in a long time, kudos Democratic Party, because you seem to kind of finally start to be understanding what you need to be doing, and you're doing it.